Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Think I got it figured out. I really do. I really do. Yes. Hey, bam. That P stand for not pirates, Panthers. Anyway, hold on. Take this off screen real quick so you won't see all my crazy facial expressions. We're going to have a conversation with one of our members today about the network. We're going to talk about the profile and we're going to talk about how to generate more exposure. I think we got it now. Okay, I think hopefully we're waiting for her to join. We're waiting for Candy to join. Oh yeah, we need. No, I sent her the link, but I'm gonna send it to her again. Oh man, that was a funny email. We were getting bossed around by members. They were telling us what we're gonna do. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. And I'd be like, really? I don't think so. I don't think so. What if this? No, I'm gonna send this to you. Get in that way. That way. But I'm hopefully I got her number. Man, I hate technology sometimes. What about y'all? What y'all think about the Trump and the what y'all think about the Donald? I know I got some people mad. They be mad. I'm like, look, I don't care what you say. I don't know if I'm voting Republican. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. But I think Trump gonna win the nomination, and I don't care what you think, because the dude knows some things. He know how to get publicity, whether it's good or bad. It's coming. It's coming. Let's see here. Had to give her a call real quick. Candy. But you thought she was trying to call me. Come on, Candy. I'm trying. This call can be monitored for training purposes.
Good afternoon, this is Candy. May I help you?
Candy, Ryan Hodge, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Listen, I am new to this high-tech stuff, so please understand, I did not realize that I needed to plug in and I needed to activate it and this, that, the other.
You know what?
Okay.
Hey, blame me because I got it wrong like the first time I sent you. So that last link I sent you, and that's cool. We can set that up another time. But what I'll do this time though is I'm gonna record it so that you, and then I'm gonna send you a link so you can go back and listen to it just in case you have any things that we talk about. I'm just gonna record the audio then. And then you'll see how it works because it's recording to YouTube right now.
Okay.
See, that's what I love about Google Hangouts, that you're able to do that. So I want to do with the network, and then we'll discuss the questions that you had specifically. But I want to do that with the network business owners more to, so interview about business, let you guys have a chance to talk about, the business, how you got there, what's next, what's going on right now, how they can find you, basically for more exposure. That's just another avenue that I've created.
And you'll see how it looks. Okay. Oh, I just turned it on and I hear that it's listening. So
you see that?
I'm kind of excited about that.
Ain't that crazy?
Yes,
Ain't that crazy?
That is crazy. So absolutely. So I let me number one say thank you for this opportunity to pick your brain and to answer some questions to help me as a startup business. Just a little bit about me and who I am. I'm a woman of a particular age, over 40, been a single mother all my life, have had really good jobs in my lifetime, have had a comfortable life. At some point, I got to a point where I just did not want to work for anyone anymore. I knew that owning my own business was the way to go. And I prayed about it. I received an answer and said, what is my niche? A lot of people think going into their own business is really, really simple and easy. But why would you go into a business that you're not passionate about? So that's where I am. I'm my own travel agency, Kandeland Productions. My motto is, if you can imagine it, I can create it.
What? That's what's up. No. But on the serious tip though, Candy, let's get some basic housekeeping out the way. Hold on.
Yeah.
What is this? Hold on a second. What is this telling me? It's telling me something. These notifications. But anyway, here's the deal. So let's answer, and I appreciate you. And I'm gonna tell you, our whole goal is to help businesses get more. I know we've talked before, and I got a bone to pick with you, and then I want to find out what happened, and then I want to know how we can improve. When we talked about that event, what happened to it?
I will tell you exactly what happened to it. I separated from the host agency.
Okay. I'm like, what the hell? So, I see it come up one day, and I'm like,
right. Because all of the promotion that I did was what I did out of my pocket without any help from the host agency. And when we separated from it, although I did not want it not to be successful, I just didn't want to have a part of it.
Okay, I get it. I get it. I was just like, what happened to the event? And I was like, well, maybe it didn't do all right or whatever, so she just like delete it. Because one of the things that I always say with Black Folk Hotspots is don't delete old events.
Okay.
Old events, it's amazing how new people find you through old events.
Okay.
And I always a lot of times have to let people know, and then there's a guy who I remember, never forget, it was probably like event that was 2 or 3 years old, and I knew it always getting this. This is when I recognized it. Let me say this, and I knew it was. I'm like, why is this event? This event is old. Every Friday, it was an event that went on Saturdays and Saturdays in Chicago, and you know, he like they hosted it every week. So, and every Friday, we would start getting a lot of Google traffic for that location.
Okay.
And I'm like, and it was going to that event he created. And so, you know, I looked and I'm like, oh shit, we ranked #1 for the club off that event. So when people are Googling like dress code, what time it opened, what time it closed, all different type of things like that, they were landing on the Black Folk Hotspots event that he had posted.
Okay.
And then his number was there and some other stuff. So they were calling him. Right? Okay. They were calling him to, you know, and booking birthday parties and other things. And he told me this later on down the line. He was like, man, I had no clue who some of these people were. They were calling from across the country. You know, from like people that were traveling in, wanted to have a birthday party, this and the other. So that's when I knew right then that old events stay.
All right.
Because he said, man, I booked 3 or 4 birthday parties a week just off of that event. And it was like 3 years old.
Okay.
Once they say, are you still doing it? Are you still hosting events at this club? And he says, yes. They be like, okay, cool. I want to have a birthday party. But, okay. Now, we talked about, remember, I think we had talked about the last time about, you know, using the number blog, and I see that you had done that, like the 3 reasons to go to that jazz fest.
Right, the top 5 reasons, yes.
And
I did do that.
Do you know that you have been getting hits for that?
No, I did not. No, I did not.
Yeah, I didn't think so, but because it's a lot of times, you know, it doesn't always push into, you know, okay, let me make this phone call, this and the other, but sometimes it pushes them people to look at your profile, see what else you have going on.
Other things. Right,
and,
absolutely.
And they may connect with you with Twitter or Facebook, or maybe they bookmark it for later purposes, or maybe they share it even. You know, like I said, a lot of times it's today's dollars, and then there's future dollars, right? And
absolutely. Mm-hmm.
And because that has traction, I mean, I'm gonna try to bring this up. I gotta close out some of these windows. Hold on a second. I'm gonna try to bring this up so you can see. Okay. Let me see here. Where's your profile? I mean, it has. I see you got the music fest coming up, and is that a bus trip too from Detroit to Atlanta?
No, One Music Fest is a plane trip. I'm just doing accommodations, round trip airfare and accommodations. That's it. I haven't done a blog on that, and I'm going to tell you just a little bit about what has happened is when I split from my host agency, I dove in head first. And one of the things that I did not do was build a solid foundation. So what I've done is I've taken a step back and I'm building a solid foundation. I have my Twitter account at Candy Sunshine for anybody that wants to find a premier travel agent. I also have my Facebook page. I'm working on that, Kandeland Productions. The website should be up and running no later than the middle of next week. And my Instagram is at Kandeland Productions.
Okay.
So I've gone in, I'm doing all that so I can build. If you don't have a foundation, which is what I found, you can't build up. So there's no sense in trying to start at the top and then go back to the bottom. So that's what I've done, and you know, having the conversation with you was excellent, and you gave me all that information. So
yeah,
in the process, I have to build Twitter followers. I have to build my Facebook page up. I have to build up my Instagram. And once I begin to do those things and get that stuff together, then I'm going out like a rocket going to the moon.
Let me ask you this. So you got a Twitter account now?
I do have a Twitter account at Candy K.
No. Don't give it. Nope. Nope. Why don't you update your profile with it?
Okay, I will definitely do that today. But I did tweet to you from the Twitter account.
You know what? I ain't gonna say I got it, but you know, we get so many tweets, I missed it. But if you updated it, maybe I did see it, but I don't care for it for me. But it's the people who search the internet 24/7. Now, you may not be able to see. You'll see it when we show the replay, but I'm looking at, or if you look at, if you can see it on YouTube or whatever. Let me make this easy for you. You pulled up the event. Can you go? Were you looking at it with the video? Were you looking at it on YouTube or?
Yes, YouTube.
Okay. Do you still have it up?
I do still have it up.
Just turn the sound down a little bit.
Okay, I can do that.
Tell me what's on. What do you see?
Give me 2 seconds to get back to that page.
Okay.
And I will tell you.
1, 2. No, that's what you.
It is connecting. It is not connecting, so it is. Oh, here it is. Okay. It's telling me to stand by. Okay, here it is. I see where you have the blog posted.
You see what I'm clicking right now?
Yeah.
What does that say? Right here.
Let's see. You're at the bottom.
Yeah.
72 views.
See, that's been viewed 72 times. Right?
Right. Okay.
Now,
yes.
One of the things that I do is you might have been getting these email notifications from us. Like when we put things through rotations, that means that we've sent it out once, twice, 3 times, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that was 7, maybe 8, but let's just go with 7. Because that was in the top. One of the top pages for the day.
Okay,
so on June 14th, June 15th, June 16th, June 17th. So it had a little run June 18th, and then it fell off. And then it must have been even up in here. If we posted it, it came in another one of our metrics that we use. It came up. So it might not have been in the top 3 because that's as many as I could fit in there. It might have been 4 or 5. It could have been in the top 20, right? Right. But we only usually do the top 5. Right. So that it probably was in the top 5 for those days as well. And then we put it back through the system, right? So, like for instance, that's another reason why those old events, we usually try to weed them out the system when we know that they're old, so they won't keep popping back up, and then just work off of the traffic coming back, the Google traffic, people searching for certain things, right? And but in the event we don't, people come back. But if they don't, they'll come back and they'll hit 444 error. So in that case where a relationship got severed, right? Just go in and change it. Okay. Take your link out. Okay. You know what I mean? So that it's not going to that place. But you still leave your number there, and maybe you replace that link with your profile link, or replace that link with your website link.
Right. Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
that way it's still in there, because a couple times it came through, and the reason why I saw it, because I was like 404. When I looked at my stats, I was like, what is this? And then I looked and I was like, oh, she must have deleted the event. That's another reason why, because now it goes to a dead page. At least now if they come there and maybe there's a relationship severed, then now they can still connect to you, because they're coming from information that you posted, but they're also coming to they're coming to see what you posted for the most part. You see what I'm saying? So there's reasons why, there's reasons why I do certain things, right? And that's the reason why we get as much traffic we do and things like that, and it just goes up. But like, hypothetically speaking, if you wrote the same blog post for that jazz, it would also attract the same thing.
Right.
I mean, it could even attract even more. And like I said, there's right now we're coming, there's people that are still searching. When Essence Fest hit, there were still people searching for Essence Fest.
Right.
Like what was one of the searches? I'm trying to think. How much does it cost? What's the best hotels? Little things around it. Who's performing? Even though that thing's like 2 or 3 years old. And I try to tell that person that they need to come back and keep stuff updated, because I know that they're still in travel too. Because all those things work, right? Because here's what happens. I know this doesn't benefit you per se, but when they leave what they getting from you, they go look at maybe another business owner. So I was talking earlier to one of our guys in Houston, and and we were talking about the reason why malls are so successful, and they're successful because it's a bunch of stores in one location. When you say you're going to the mall, you're not saying, hey, I'm going to JCPenney's, you know what I mean, per se. You could, but you could be going to a number of stores that are in the mall.
Right.
And that's how more and more people, start to find out about each other. And that's how the dynamic that we want to create, or that we're creating with Black Folk Hotspots.
Right.
And because now somebody else might benefit, but also you may benefit from something that they post that's shared back.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that's so 15 minutes is up now. What questions do you have for me?
Well,
good or bad. First of all, let me ask you. Before you go there, let me stop you. What do you think so far of Black Folk Hotspots? Good or bad? I could take it. You can even look at my facial expressions.
I like it. No, I like the Black Folk Hotspot. I do. I think the problem is that I just don't personally know how to navigate it, and I don't know how to utilize the services that are being offered to me. So I think there's a lot of information that is not in layman's terms, if you can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm new to this. I'm not tech savvy. I'm not social media savvy. And for a person who's not, it can be a little overwhelming, which it has been.
Right. Okay.
So,
and
I think that's just it for me.
Okay. No, and it's probably it for you and a lot of people. And that's why I asked that, because I'm not trying to be funny, but it's almost like that for a reason.
Yeah, I understand.
If you go take it to biblical, you can't let the left hand know what the right hand's doing.
Absolutely.
But the one saving grace that I have and I'll always say is this: you ain't know how to work Facebook when you got on it.
Right. I'm not complaining.
I know you're not, but I didn't take it as I didn't take it as such, but I always tell people that, and then they go, you know what? You're right. You know, because
I can guarantee you that within the next 30 days, and that's what I've given myself, the next 30 days, you're going to probably get tired of me.
No.
Like, you didn't pay me enough money, because I'm going to put
I have said that. I'm like, wait a minute. This person ain't paying me enough money. What's wrong with them? I need to double charge them. But no, that's a good thing. And those are the good problems to have. And that's what and so let me tell you the things right off the bat so you understand the things that we share, the videos, right? We share the videos, we share we share videos, we share blogs, videos. I'm gonna let it load. We share videos, so people can see. All you have to do is just hit the add button to add your videos, and then once you do that, you'll see this in the video, so you'll see it. So you get like a little tutorial. So you know you can go to YouTube, like even this event right now. I can put this event on Black Folk Hotspots. I mean, I can put this video on Black Folk Hotspots right now.
Oh, no.
Huh?
No, because you put my name on there. I want you to put my company name on
Oh, you can rest assured we're gonna change all that. I was gonna change that. I was gonna change that anyway.
Okay.
I just didn't have it, but let's see. So, and literally, you'll get to see me literally put a video on, so you can see this. So you can put a video, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a video about your business all the time. It can be, if you know, do you go to YouTube pretty often?
I do, just to listen to music, pretty much, and exercise.
Okay, so what is it that that you like on wait a minute, you said just listen to music, so it's songs, right, that you might like. There's another thing, you could post that song or a song that you like. Hey, you know what, I like this, and or maybe it's an exercise or something that you found interesting. You could post that to your profile, because here's what happens. I try to tell people this: we as business owners try to be too business.
Okay.
When we forget that we're normal people.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, my biggest thing is letting people. Now I know there's people that's always in suit and tie. Like today, I'm in a t-shirt and I'm in a baseball hat, and you know what? And honestly, I would wear this to a business networking event.
All right. Okay.
You know, maybe not this t-shirt, but I would probably put on another t-shirt. But this baseball hat, you know, and people be like, "Wow, why you do that?" Well, you know what? Everybody's in suits.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what? They're gonna be like, "Hey, you know that one guy that wore that baseball hat? What was his name? What was that site he had?" Mm-hmm. You know, versus, "Hey, that one guy that was in a suit." It was about 40 of them there. You know what I mean? And it's not to be totally different. It's just that I didn't create a business to live my life a certain way. Well, I did, but it was to live it like I felt like living it, you know, within boundaries, of course, right? Of course. And I think a lot of us, we forget that, you know. I remember, you know, somebody bitching about the fact that, you know, I posted some stuff about love and hip hop or something else, you know, reality show, and they're like, "What this got to do with business?" Right? And I'm like, well, it has a lot to do with business, honestly. To tell you the truth, it or it could, you know, it's just all in the way that you see it. And the way I see it is, there's people who have made businesses out of YouTube. I mean, out of reality shows, and it can be so many more. And the other thing is, it pays. You know, when you create that environment, when you create that fun environment. You have to get the cat to skin the cat. Your travel people, the people who are booking you with travel, because you're selling B2B and you're selling the B2C. But your B2B is actually B2C, because I may be a business owner, but then I turn into a consumer.
Right.
You know, but
absolutely.
You know, I like, you know, well, I don't watch it anymore, but I liked Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I watched it, you know, like 1 or 2 seasons. I can't say that I'm up on it now. And honestly, I haven't even watched any of Power. I watched all last season. You know, I think I was just trying to figure out a time when I could sit down and just watch it all. Right.
Right.
And, but our consumers are doing that same thing. So if I post something about Love and Hip Hop, or a video about it, that, you know, something about Stevie J or Jacqueline or Mimi or whoever's on there now, you know, it's going to draw some attention. It's going to bring some, you know, somebody's going to see it, even if it's only one person.
Right.
But that one person, if I'm in your business, in the travel industry, that, you know, what about if you saw them going on vacation to Cancun?
Right.
You know, like
absolutely.
when Stevie J and Jocelyn got married or went down to Puerto Rico or wherever they went to, right? To shoot that video a couple of seasons ago, right? Well, maybe you plan maybe you know, that's the day that you make a video, or you put together a travel event going to Puerto Rico.
Right.
And I tell people, I'm like, why did we think so hard?
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm learning to work smarter, not harder.
I'm like, we just take it to a whole new level. Sometimes, and I'd be like, wow, you know, why are you thinking so much? I mean, I get it, but you're not, you know, oh, tell me your Twitter.
Kande, Kande.
Kande.
Sunshine, Kande Sunshine.
Okay, that's the Twitter, Kande Sunshine?
Yep.
Okay. But yeah, that's those are the things that we should be, you know, thinking about, because that's how you take advantage of a trend.
Right. Absolutely.
You know, and so you Kandeland Productions. Oh, so you're not familiar with this company that's on here, this Premier Travel, or are you?
I am. That's who I was associated with. I'm no longer associated with them.
Okay, yeah, you need to update that then. And then we know that the travel companies, they come a dime a dozen, and I ain't gonna say a dime a dozen. There's a lot of them out there. But I know that that it's some instances where, you know, I mean, even when you look at, I don't know, like some of the other ones, like I see these people with these signs and this, that, and the other, and I know it's so many. There's just like hair, so many different hair weave companies now, and that's a good thing, because that creates competition. It creates it creates more, you know, more movement, you know. And the reason, you know, like I remember years ago, people were like, hey, I just want a dedicated spot. I'm in this, and I don't want nobody else in my business. I said, well, you know what? You need to. Okay, I tell you what. You drop me $5,000, and I'll make sure you're the only business in that industry on Black Folk Hotspots forever.
Okay.
You know, obviously, I didn't get that money, but that's the thing, and because, you know, I would have done it, even though I might have shot myself in the foot, you know, 5-10 years from now. Right, I would probably have to give them some more money back to relinquish that deal that I made with them. You know what I mean?
Right.
But but it paid. What that person didn't understand was all that works together. I can, you can all be in Mary Kay. I can have, we can have 100 Mary Kay reps. All 100 Mary Kay reps are not going to be talking about the same thing every day.
Absolutely.
It's just not going to happen. And that's why we need to, focus on just doing. And then you start to, what if all those Mary Kay reps all got together and said, let's have a big Mary Kay party?
Right.
Absolutely. And said, each one of us, we go in, we sell, and we split all the sales. I mean, however they would do the same thing with travel agents. What if we all went together and promoted this one trip to Puerto Rico?
Right.
I
agree with you. I mean, I'm in the process of networking and making some associations and doing some things. For personal reasons, I did have to leave the other agency, which is fine.
You didn't even got to mention that again.
I encourage people to shop around because I pride myself, number one, on giving A1 customer service. That's number one. And then number two, I just think that you're going to get a better product with me.
Well, I mean,
but I want people. You don't go into the store and buy one pair of shoes. You try on 2, 3, 4, 5 pair of shoes. True. Plus,
I mean, it's real simple too. Plus, here it's consumer driven, but even that it's a lot to go around, and
absolutely,
and it really is. A big world. It's huge, which is this, but it's a lot of times that people don't quite get it. And you know what? Sometimes you have to, sever those relations. But if you were watching, I just basically put this whole video, the video that right now that we're on, it's also on Black Folk Hotspots right now. Yeah, it's consumer driven, okay. but people like numbers. It's sort of the same way why people run towards fires. You know what I mean? They go right. They love action, and that's what we want to create. We want to create the momentum. So if you create those events, even if you plan an event a month, I'm telling you, it's more than people that that travel. So
right.
It's the videos work because you just have people looking for things and they're like, oh, let me check this out. It's I call it the internet of the nosy people. So many people on the internet that are quote unquote, that are just, not that it's a bad thing, but they knows it. So they look at other things. When they go to Black Folk Hotspots, when they go to the homepage, it's so much stuff going on.
Right.
It gives you, it's letting you know, here's the businesses, and here's the top content, and here's the little running feed. Here's the events that's coming up. We're only at 2,100. Let me tell you what happens when we're at 21,000.
I understand.
And you think about where you're sitting right to this day, and this is not, I want to make sure I say this because I always want to make sure that I don't want to end up on America greed. Right. Like he created a Ponzi scheme. But no, it's not. Nothing is based off of any new money coming in, but it still has the same principle to a certain extent. The more people are coming in, the better it's going to be.
Absolutely.
I just
more exposure. It's exposure.
Especially right now, I can as a team, and yeah, obviously we'll expand, so that probably still will be the case. But the way I look at it is, it's so much better now because we can give you, more TLC.
Yeah.
Then we can, in a year from now, you'll be like, damn, I can't even get a hold of that dude.
Right.
I'm like, no, because I'm sipping Mai Tais on the beach.
Get a hold of you. I'm always be able to get a hold of you because I'm gonna be you. Be like, oh, that's my baby girl right there. I'm win.
Crazy. But yeah, you know, I'd be like, hey, you know, it's no, but granted, those are other problems we need to have, but I'd be like, hey, no, you gotta talk to my 3 assistants to get to me. But
right.
no, that's the stilo they're trying to create. And it's a good thing that I've created. You know, I've worked in industries, and I worked in where that was something that no matter how big the company was, I always tried to make the company small down to me. And that comes from, you know, 15 years of sales experience where I wanted to bring the company size down. Like, it can be 7,000 employees, but in reality, I am your company.
Right.
Because you're going to deal with me, and you're going to deal with me on everything unless it's something that, you know, I can't handle no way, no how. And I got to get somebody else involved. And that's how it was. And that's what my customers loved. And then, you know, I don't have a problem telling the person, hey, I can't do that. But so right now, that's where we're at. So the more you post, the more we share. It's just going into rotation. You'll see it even more now that you got your Twitter thing going. Because one of the things we like to do is tag you on Twitter. And then hopefully when you see that tag on Twitter, you retweet that. Right? Because what happens is the way the rotations go a lot of times is we're putting stuff back into the rotation based off popularity. You know, so
trust me, I'm working on it. My game is getting strong.
Right. I'm just letting you know that's how that works. So the more popular, and then when you see other stuff that we tweet from other people, you know, maybe retweet 1 or 2 of those, or 3 or 4 or 5. Because what happens is, it's not that you're retweeting it for us, you're retweeting it for them. You know, and then what happens is they're gonna notice your retweet.
Right.
So now they start following you because you're in an industry that every one of us can use. You know, probably unless of a travel agent, but for the most part, everybody can use a travel agent.
Right.
So, you know, eventually you're going to travel somewhere, you're going to do something, you know, and that's another thing too. You should be thinking about writing a blog post like why to use a travel agent versus online booking.
I'm already in the process of doing that, babe.
Blow it up. Also, you know,
I'm already in the process of doing. I have a list of things, and I'm going to. I'm working on my marketing plan right now.
And even if you don't write it, do videos.
I'm going to do both.
Oh, even better. Or
I'm gonna get a channel for Kandeland Productions, and I'm going to do both.
When are you gonna get that channel for Kandeland Productions?
That'll be up by the end of this week.
All right, because we got to have a date and a time attached to those goals. Are they just dreams?
No, everything should be good and operational by the end of this week.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So that's cool. So anyway, you got any more questions for me?
I don't have any more questions for you at this time, and if I do, I will email them to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Because tell people again where they can find you.
People can find me on Facebook at Kandeland Productions, and remember that's Candy KANDELAND. So that's Kandeland Productions on Facebook. That's Twitter at Kandeland Productions. That's Twitter at Candy Sunshine. That's Instagram at Kandeland Productions. And soon the YouTube will be up, and I'll have wonderful information for you about how to go, where to go, when to go, and Black power. Black people, we need to travel too.
Right.
Right. Limit yourself to your community.
Exactly. You know,
even if you do not leave, even if you don't leave from the States, there is so much to see here in the United States of America.
Oh yeah. Hey, you know what? That just made me think about something I need to tell you. Do you know where Idlewild, Michigan is?
Yes, I do.
Okay. There's a person who books tours on the site. I think it's Idlewild. Something you can do a search for Idlewild on the site. But y'all should connect and figure out how y'all can work together. How you can bring some resources from Detroit, maybe. I don't know, how far is that? How far is that from the Detroit area?
At this particular time, I don't have a specific. I'm pretty sure it's about 4 hours, but don't quote me on that.
Okay. Yeah, because that seems that's I didn't realize until I started seeing it, the summer homes of certain people. I was like, wow, because I know they have like a tour, so that'll be something that maybe you could arrange some buses and stuff like that. That'd be a cool little kid tour for sure.
Absolutely.
Detroit Idol. So and they're on the site, so y'all should connect and.
Absolutely.
And for the record, you can also find Candy in this business as one of them on Black Folk Hotspots. As I wrap this up, you could do a search for Kandeland Productions. It'll be up soon. You can also spell your name, pronounce your name, Sakandi.
My name is Sakanda, but because everybody thinks it's Sakandi, everybody calls me Candy.
Right. Sakanda. See,
yes,
French or something.
Like anaconda.
Right. But that's SIKANDE Stewart. And you can search that blackfolkhotspots.com/profile and then the name. Or even better, you could just click the link under this video and you can take you right there with all her new links and you can see what she got going on, see what events, what packages, and book some travel. That's what we need to do.
Absolutely.
Candy, I will talk to you soon. I'm gonna wrap this up.
Yes,
appreciate it. Anytime if you need 15 minutes, whatever. That order, that link. Hey, how easy was that to at least book that time slot?
I pressed 2 buttons. I think I pressed 1 to get to the link and the other button to sign up.
And it was cool how I said the time I had available and this, that, and the other, wasn't it? That one was pretty cool.
Absolutely, yes. It's very, very easy. And anybody who listens, I would advise you to take the nuggets that are being given to you. Never be too proud, too stubborn, or too ignorant to take advice. Because whatever you're doing, you can always do better.
Right. You're right. Yeah. And you always learn it because I just picked that up the other day. A guy, one of my networks, I was of a business tool that I use. They wanted my advice on something. And he was like, hey, can you jump on a hangout real quick? And I was like, yeah. He was like, I got some time open today. Just pick the time that you're available. And I was like, it was like a right now slot. And I was like, wow. And the ease of it, I was like, we talked about that for 10 minutes on the thing. I was like, man, that was so cool. But yeah. And I'll send that link out to you too, because it just makes things so simple. You could do how we did, or you can do, you can do phone, this, that, and the other, and people can book, just book up appointment slots with you. I think, and the ease is crazy. They have a free and they have a premium version. Right now I'm using a free, and to see how it goes, and then, but it serves its purpose. But once the calendar starts getting booked and doing different things, then I'll move on to the premium version when I need it, and which should be soon. As this picks up. But yeah, that's huge, because that's what he said. He did the same thing. He said, I started free, and man, this is how I book my whole day out.
Absolutely.
And I was like, wow, that was cool. But anyway,
and using the social media to I'm going to start giving free consultations. I want to find out about you and what you want to do.
Yeah.
Don't sit up and let life pass you by, because that's what we do. Everything is affordable. Kandeland Productions, you can put your vacation on layaway. So if you want to go somewhere next year, guess what? You can go wherever you want to go.
Right.
We can help you with your passport if it's other side of the country, we can get you there. So
right. It's
thank you so much for this opportunity. And again, anything that I could do to help another person, I would be more than happy to help. And I just appreciate the Black Folks Network. You guys are really doing it.
We're trying to. 2,100 members so far, 2,126, no, 2,127, 2,128 Black-owned businesses. We're trying to take local to global. Our business is your business. That's what we do. You create a profile.
Absolutely.
You let us know about your business. We can call it so many different names. The Netflix of Black business. We can call it the Huffington Post. We can call it all types of stuff. But we do so much for your business, but we can't do anything if we don't know about it. Create a profile, blackfolkhotspots.com. Yep.